Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and today Apple released iOS 18.2 RC. This was released alongside iPadOS 18.2 RC, macOS 15 Sequoia .2 RC, tvOS and HomePodOS 18.2 RC, and visionOS 2.2 RC. Now I am not running the release candidate. I am on iOS 18.1.1, but we're going to talk about what's new in iOS 18.2 RC. And the first feature is in Apple Music. If you're running the update, it now supports more natural language. So if you search for a song, such as a song that is relaxing, it's going to show that. The same can also be said within Apple TV, wherever I have it here. If I look for Apple TV, if we go into Apple TV, now none of this stuff I talk about will show up for me as I'm not running the release candidate build. But if you were to search for a show, maybe search for a show that's action-packed, it will know exactly what you're talking about. Or if you search for a comedy show, it will know that as well. It supports more natural language. Also, the Mail app has one of the biggest redesigns in iOS 18.2. When you update, you're going to have primary transactions, updates, and promotions in a new categories view. The edit button is replaced by the three dots up in the top right corner. I do have a picture of it in the Craft app here. This is what the redesigned Mail app should look like, with primary transactions, updates, and promotions. Now, you don't have to stay on that view. You can click the three dots in the top right corner, and that will take you over to the list view, which is basically the standard view. Also, with the redesigned Mail app, all of the mail now has profile pictures next to each individual sender. This is also a nice new change in iOS 18.2. In my What's New video, I will talk about all of the changes, just not the ones for Apple Intelligence, as my iPhone does not support it. You also have an Image Playground app where you can design images, but that's been there throughout the betas. Again, this iPhone will not support the Image Playground as it's only for Apple Intelligence. You also have Genmoji, where you can create custom emojis with iOS 18.2, but you will need a 15 Pro or newer Apple Intelligence device. Also with Siri, you now have ChatGPT integration. And when you take a picture of something, if I were to take a picture of my iPad Air 4th generation, if this was one of the newer iPhones, you can search for it using ChatGPT integration. You can use Google or ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will sort of tell you about the device, and Google will obviously show search results. Like if I were to go to Google Lens here, it might show me that it is an iPad Air 4th generation. I didn't take an exact picture of it, but it will know that it is an iPad. As far as anything else with iOS 18.2, some of those features are pretty much Apple Intelligence based, but in Apple Music and Apple TV, we do get natural language. We also get the redesigned Mail app, slight updates to photos where it no longer zooms in and out of a photo. I prefer it to zoom in and out when you tap on a photo. Hopefully, Apple does bring that back in newer updates. The rest of the features are mainly Apple Intelligence based. As far as anything else from Apple, well, the next video I have after the follow-up video is going to be my iOS 18.2 What's New video, where I talk about just the features coming to older iPhones, because unfortunately I do not have a device that supports Apple Intelligence. So I may briefly mention those features, but I'm not going to go over them like you would typically see in a different type of video. We're going to go over the Mail app and the Photos app as well. So that's everything in iOS 18.2 RC. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. This is Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I'll see you guys later.